And a prominent CEO in Kansas, well, he's using his influence to give back to the kids at St. Jude. KSNT News reporter Kelly Saberi sat down with him to find out what inspired him to get involved.
Harry Herington, NIC CEO, grandfather, and now a man with a newfound passion for running.
I'm not a runner.
Before he filled his days running miles and a business, he was a police officer.
When I'd go to calls, it didn't matter which side of town I went to. It didn't matter income level. It didn't matter race. It didn't. You walk in and the children were the most innocent. And it's our job as a society to take care of those children.
And that's where his passion for helping kids took off.
So when I was growing up, you'd always see the Marlo Thomas.
My father made a promise that no family would ever receive a bill from St. Jude for anything.
And when you're younger, you see those, and it doesn't mean that much, but it sticks with you.
He donated here and there, but always wanted to do more. In 2019, Harry challenged his business team to train for a marathon together. He hoped, if he was lucky, that 5 of his employees would run the Rock and Roll Marathon in Las Vegas that benefits St. Jude with him. But boy, was he wrong. 65 of his employees signed up with him, setting out to make it about more than the health goal. They were going to help the kids.
And everybody's talking, all these stories about somebody that had somebody, either a brother, a sister, a nephew that had cancer. All these stories you start hearing about where St. Jude made a difference. And the energy level just started growing within you.
Harry hoped to raise about $20,000 for the marathon, but as the fundraising kept growing, he said if the company raised $50,000, he would match it, putting them at the top of the charts, raising the most across the nation. But while they were doing this and climbing to the top, they noticed another team consistently right behind them.
Jack was a 7-year-old boy out of Washington that had cancer. The whole community came behind Jack, and they created this army,
coining the name Jack's Army. When Harry figured out Jack's story, he knew that his effort wasn't about staying on top. I mean, it's kids like Jack who made Harry want to do this in the first place.
I said we would match. I never said it would go for us, because it shouldn't be about us. So we took the $50,000 and we donated it to Jack's Army.
Flash forward 6 months. NIC raising almost $250,000 for St. Jude. Now Harry is running and raising for another St. Jude family, the family of Grit Henderson, who lives in Lawrence, just like him.
For the family to know the community's got your back.
Running through a pair of shoes every 3 months. Helping kids like Jack and Grit. Kelly Saberi, KSNT News.
Just incredible. And I love that story. It just shows every little thing can make a difference.